welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video we are going to be going over closing out my June budget, or recap of June budget, however you want to look at it. I did move the budget that I did at the beginning of the month into this new planner. I did mention that in that video, but just in case you're confused as to why it looks different and you missed that part, that is why. Also, there are a few blank spots that is because I don't feel comfortable sharing those, except for I will be filling in the emergency fund amount. So without further ado, let's get to this. It is going to be an interesting one, to say the least. So all of our income I don't share, along with our mortgage, which we actually, like, according to the June budget, we actually share or paid more on our mortgage than what we budgeted for. But that was solely because of how the paychecks worked out and all of that, because with June we were still doing paycheck budgeting, and we had May 26th, and then there was one full bi-weekly paycheck, and then there was a weekly paycheck because our jobs ended up switching pay periods. So yeah, that's how we were able to put more towards our mortgage. Our subscriptions, on this one, if you have seen my July budget already, that I did include some of these in the subscriptions, but this subscription is just Hulu, Netflix, and Xbox, and that was $42. The check mark is that it did get paid. Verizon was $136, which got paid. I don't know why I didn't check that off. My Corolla, we paid. Internet, we had it at $65, but we actually paid $73.94. And I did look, and I don't know what happened. Moving forward, the bill is $65. I did mention in my July budget, which was a little bit of a spoiler for this video, which I think I've also mentioned it in previous videos, but we got a different credit card because I lost my credit card. And so there was issues with things that were supposed to transfer over. They told us everything was going to transfer over. You don't have to worry about anything. And I think every single bill we had to switch something over. So they lied about that. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyways, that we had some late fees or late payments because of that. Nothing that got us in trouble, but I do think that we had a late payment. I think that's what that was for, because that was probably one of the ones that got affected. But moving forward, it is supposed to be $65, so that is why it is still under the fixed expenses, is because it should not be changing. It's not supposed to change. Then we've got the car wash, which is $26.50, the Adobe, which was $34, the gym, which is $20. All of those got paid, and unfortunately, because I don't share together money or the mortgage, that there's no total for that. But moving on to the variable expenses, we had a lot of money in groceries, but it felt like a lot more than it actually was. It felt like we were very over budget, but we were only, we were a decent amount over budget, but we spent $654.49, and that is a difference of $54.49. And I'm gonna go like this because that shows that we're over budget. And then gas for our cars, we were also over budget in this, and this was $336.53, and that was over budget by $100 $36.53. And the reason for this, I believe, part of it might have to do with the whole swapping over of paycheck budgets, but I think the main cause was we drove, I think twice in June, to Minneapolis because that is the closest IKEA to us, and so that was a whole tank of gas for that. So I think that was why we were like so over budget. If we are, I don't think we're doing any traveling in July. I don't think we're doing anything for the 4th, at least that I know of. We'll see. But if we're over budget like this much in July, then I will up this moving forward. So yeah. And then pets, we were also over budget on that. I'm so sad that everything's over budget, but just wait, it'll get better. But we got $320.10, and that comes to $90.10. And the reasoning for this one, I honestly think, is due to, one, I bought toys for our dogs that I probably didn't need to buy toys for, because they have so many toys already. But anyways, that I thought we were going to be under budget, so I bought them toys, you know, because I wanted to be like, yeah, look at, you get fun things, blah, blah, blah. And flash forward to later in the month when our credit card issues for the pet food happened, that then we had to buy food a couple of times because it just kept getting pushed back. So we ended up buying, like, I think we went to the store 3 times for dog food, and I think 1 time for cat food, if I remember correctly. That was in addition to the amount that we already like set aside, you know, that was on our credit card that was supposed to be getting delivered, which did get delivered. So I think that's the main issue with that. So I think $230 will still be more than enough for July. And then electricity, this one's technically not over budget, but it's going to be written down as over budget, and I'll explain in a second. The amount that we paid for electricity was $547.12, and that is over by $77.12. And what sucks about this one is we were actually like very under budget for this, but with the whole credit card thing, I thought, when I looked at it the day that it was supposed to be coming out, and it said, hey, like, this is the next auto pay date, and it hadn't come out yet. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pay it so that way it's not late and whatever. And then it pulled twice. So that way it doesn't, like, I don't want to go through the whole calling them and asking them for a refund just for it to then like be normal next month. We just have a credit on our account, so next month will be very low. Also with that, I guess the amount that we did pay for electricity was this much, but our actual bill was $273 and something cents. But good news that, at least hopefully good news, that we are getting our AC and furnaces replaced here, like towards the beginning of July. So hopefully for July's budget, it will be like non-existent. Like, hopefully we won't have electricity bill, because hopefully the electricity bill will be like the credit that we have on our account. I mean, I know that goes for June, but like maybe. But yeah, that's super exciting. And then for gas for our home, it was budgeted $180, but I looked and the average monthly payment got recalculated. It gets recalculated every 3 months, and so I guess it went down. So that was exciting. So now, at least for the next 3 months, we will be paying $116, and that is an extra $74. And that is not an extra $74. That is an extra $64. I'm just gonna leave it because I don't want to go grab my whiteout or write over it, so it'll just be wrong for right now, but just know that it's $64. And then for Ashley furniture, we did pay $80 towards that. Yeah, and I don't know if I have, oh, the emergency fund that we did. I don't want to like spoil this, but I think I already spoiled it in July, or for the July budget. But we did end up finishing the emergency fund in June, technically, because it was the 30th. But June 30th is the paycheck for the first half of July for us, so it is part of the July budget. So we did finish our fully funding our emergency fund, but the extra money that we had isn't included in this from our July 30th or June 30th paycheck. So our emergency fund from the June budget, we paid $2,116.65. And I guess we didn't pay it. We saved that amount. And then we didn't have any sinking funds, and I don't share what we save for retirement. So that is our recap of our June budget. I will be going through and writing in the notes kind of why they were off. So like this one that we drove to Twin Cities, this one we had to go pick up dog food for a million times. This one is because of we paid a double, and like this went down. Basically, I'm planning on doing that. Oh, this is 0. I'm planning on doing that anytime there's a difference here. And then up here on the notes for the income, I'm more so putting up there like, hey, did we get any like bonuses or anything like that that made it extra? And so that's why it like went up. Like, should I account for that being our paychecks moving forward, like that kind of thing? And I guess I kind of glossed over this quickly, but if any of you have questions about the rent, we do technically, for the time being, have a rental property, so we have rental income, and we get a very small amount of profit on that. I wouldn't even call it profit, but we have extra that pays more than just the mortgage. But we are planning on selling that, and in fact, it might be going up for sale the week that you're seeing this. Maybe the week after that. But moral of the story is that I don't know how long this is going to be income moving forward. But for the time being, this is our June budget for 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you aren't already. And as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video.